So let's move on to Asteroid City. Uh, Really cool looking movie. Very Wes Anderson looking Wes Anderson movie. Uh, it almost looks like the backdrops aren't don't look real. It looks like it's like some of the parts look almost drawn out, like literally. And it has the insane cast that we usually get from a Wes Anderson movie, including Margot Robbie, Tom Hanks, Scarlett Johansson, Tilda Swinton, Bryan Cranston, Maya Hawke, Steve Carell, Hong Chow, Willem Dafoe, Tony Revolori. A lot of mainstays of Wes Anderson movies. This is coming out also June 16th, the same day as Elemental. These two movies are debuting. But I think what I like about this trailer is like the cinematography looks amazing. And I like it almost looks like a cream soda type of filter that is covering the screen when you're watching. And it's like the type of look that I feel like Wes Anderson could only pull off. If another movie looked like this, you might say this looks weird, but Wes Anderson, you're just like, this looks like Wes Anderson, you know?
Yeah, if anyone else tried this, you would shake your head and, you would be like, "Oh, that's not for me. I'm not watching it." But Wes Anderson has built his reputation up where it's like, "No, you're going to watch this and you're going to like it." So, for me, I actually didn't love the trailer, but I did not like it. I thought it was like I thought it was intriguing, but like we didn't really get a lot of our cast in the trailer. Unless I'm just forgetting it. Like we
No
got
Margot Robbie.
yeah, no Edward Norton, right? No Defoe, no Cranston. We saw Tom Hanks, we saw ScarJo, but the one that looks like he's the lead actor is Jason Schwartzman.
Oh, he is. He's the lead.
Yeah, like good. Like I love that for him. Like continuing that Wes Anderson build or Wes Anderson, yeah, I guess build and Bill and I think for him, like he's the prototypical Wes Anderson actor, but I'm really interested to see who the bigger stars around him. We just listed a lot of the cast who are a lot bigger, more star-studded, more has a lot higher stars than him. Will they overtake that just by their presence? That's the real like key here. But I think he's going to be so in his element. Being back with Wes Anderson is not going to be a problem. But overall, like this looks intriguing. But I would like to see more of the cast as we go on until the release date, June 16th.
It's Jason Schwartzman is so interesting because he doesn't do anything but Wes Anderson movies. He just comes out of his hyperbolic chamber whenever Wes Anderson
Scott
has a
Pilgrim.
movie. Talia Shire is his mom. I remember talking about that. That's crazy, right? People always forget that Talia Shire, his mom. Um, but like it'd be crazy if he like because if he eventually like won an Oscar for a Wes Anderson movie, like it would be amazing deep dive we had on Jason Schwartzman on his career, right? Starting in Rushmore and just going from there. It's like, what does he do? What does he do aside? Like what does he do in his spare time? He just waits for Wes Anderson to give him a call and then he comes running. But I agree with you. I was disappointed by the lack of involvement by the rest of the cast here. And this is like where I think Wes Anderson movies, like the big names don't mean as much to me when you only have 5 minutes or less of screen time.
Right. Exactly.
You know, and it's like you're just putting the names because everyone wants to work with Wes Anderson. It's less about, I don't think it's about profitability. It's more about like people want to, these actors grew up on Wes Anderson movies. He was such a revelation when he first started to make films. Their goal in their career is to someday be in a Wes Anderson movie, but like it's hard to be in a Wes Anderson movie for an extended amount of screen time like a Ray Fiennes got to do. You know, that is hard to, that's not what you're going to get in this movie. And the concept, it's like Spielberg alien invasion, but if it happened in a Wes Anderson setting, and it's so small scale for a movie that has such like large scale implications when you, if any other person made it. So I think that's like the uniqueness of Wes Anderson, and he's going to bring obviously that dark comedy, that blunt comedy, that I don't know, it's that the people who work with him for the most part know how he operates, and like those who are newcomers are such big names that they know who Wes Anderson is. Like Tom Hanks is going to do fine in this, you know. Also has strikingly blue eyes in this movie,
With
but
the Wes Anderson colors, they
like
pop.
Bryan Cranston has probably, it's been a lifelong goal for him to be in a Wes Anderson movie, and he's known his style and he gets to work with him, but he like knows what it takes to be successful. Then everyone else has already worked with him. You know, ScarJo, I don't think has. Does ScarJo work with him? Margot Robbie, I don't think has.
No, I don't believe so.
Yeah, but those are two, like, obviously, arguably the two biggest stars that we have, or actresses that we have going right
Yeah.
now in terms of like box office power, and then combined with acting prowess. So, yeah, Asteroid City.
Yeah, I just think that this is what we talk about with ensemble inflation. This is the peak of it. I think this movie's going to be, and it's not a problem. This doesn't mean it's gonna be a bad movie or anything. It's just like this is where like the checkup, and when we go, Willem Dafoe's gonna be in a Wes Anderson movie,
Doesn't
or
mean
like,
anything.
yeah, it's just like, oh, so that's what like I think this movie's gonna do to Wes Anderson, where it's like, yeah, like you have a great cast, but like, all right, well, it's gonna come down to Jason Schwartzman, maybe Adrian Brody,
Maybe
like,
ScarJo. Maybe ScarJo. She had a lot of screen
yeah,
time here.
yeah, same with Tom Hanks, but like, I think it'll come down to the usual suspects, and that's what it, and it'll just be a normal Wes Anderson movie, and I don't think that's gonna break the mold for him to get awards, which he hasn't been able to do yet. And I don't know if he ever will if he continues in his formula.
Yeah, I don't know if he actually cares. It's
Yeah,
just
he
more.
probably doesn't care.
And it'd be hilarious if like the aliens came down and it was just like Margot Robbie looking insanely hot. And it was just like she is so hot that she's an alien. Like she is so foreign. They've never seen anyone
She's
that
the
looks as good
Duchess.
as her. Like I guess that could be a reason why we haven't seen like half of this cast is because they're the aliens that come down.
That's
But you're
interesting.
right. But it's like you do have that mentality where it's almost like we who are so excited about castings and collaborations with directors and actors that we kind of just don't take it seriously anymore. I think that's 100% spot on. Okay.